Hey guys, and welcome back to the Vibe Report. It's your girl, the Duchess, and as promised, I wanted to come back and chit chat about all things Candace and Erika. Okay, so it's a lot. My brain has so much information that I'm trying to figure out where to start. Okay, so if you saw my last video about who is Charlie Kirk, I didn't really go into who Charlie Kirk was, like his actual life. It was who Charlie Kirk was to us, the community, how we viewed his death and everything, that happened after that. So, as some of you people may know, Candace Owens is known to go against the grain, which is a good thing because she goes against kind of the people that are all repeating the same thing that kind of seem like they all have handlers, where Candace is the one calling things out, speaking up, right? So, as soon as Charlie died in September, she immediately, had questions. She immediately said some things were off. She immediately said this was strange. And there are so many details from the way people were acting during the shooting. There were some people that were like signaling things and doing weird baseball gestures right before it happened. There's the theory about the maroon shirts, where Candace has uncovered that there is a military operation that was being practiced for months leading up to it, that just so happened, to be named Valhalla, which was said by Kash Patel live on television. Don't worry, we'll see you in Valhalla. But other people say that that is witness protection. It's a lot. It's so many things to uncover. Please list your questions below. If you guys do want to dive into it and want me to kind of summarize everything, I can do that in a separate video. But what I want to get to is the Erika, Kirk, and Candace thing, right? So the juicy juice, tea time for the beginning was, people were like, was Candace and Charlie a thing? Because the way she's acting was like that was her man, her man, her man. And on the contrary, it was very much, that was my boy, my boy, my boy. And when somebody is your real friend, your brother, you will go to war for them. And I think that if it wasn't for Candace, we wouldn't be so tuned in. Like I said in my last video, because of his thoughts on minorities, we wouldn't have cared. Yeah, we were over it. So she kind of brought light to it, and there's nothing we love more than a scandal. Okay, this is Olivia Pope, if I ever seen one, right? So the fan fiction was coming. Did they have history? Were they dating? No, in fact, they were hanging out when they both met their spouses. They traveled together. I believe when Candace met her man, they were hanging out together when he met Erika. Erika was at her wedding. I'm sure Candace was at their wedding, right? So they're all intertwined, right? So think of someone, one of your friends and their spouses and something like that type of connection, right? And then some shit like this goes down, and then you see her wiping nothing. I don't know how her cheeks don't have rug burn from like wiping nothing, right? So she automatically made the spot hot. Like automatically, Erika was hard to believe from day one. She just didn't seem like a real grieving widow, okay? And it's sad to make Jackie Kennedy the icon of widows, but like that is what the definition of one. That is what one looks like. Erika tried too hard, and you can tell why her acting career didn't really go anywhere, because she wasn't that great at acting. Like it was, the tears never fell. It was weird, right? Then this is where it got juicy. They said as soon as it happened, one of the Turning Point USA employers grabbed their phone, right? They went like this. They're walking around. They're making phone calls. His dad, who's like a fake like preacher. Remind me about preachers. I wish I could like, I have to write this because I need to go back to the preacher thing. So he's like, my son called me right after. Thank you, God. I'm so happy he called me. And then other people are like, the guy himself is saying he called Erika. Then the guys over at Turning Point USA, Andrew and them, are like, no, what happened was because of the shot, he held his ear like this. And he was seen walking around frightened, and he did. No, Candace got the call logs. Okay, so turns out he called everybody and their mother, but he had his wife on the line and was calling them on three-way. Why you never gave your wife a shout out? Why did you never mention that your wife was who you called? You said you called Erika. Your dad said you called him. Your boys are saying you called nobody. So the story itself was just weird. And Erika, when she finally sat down with Candace, was like, here's the phone records. With her weird eyes. And the phone records showed that he actually called some other guy right before it, which they're going to probably get to the bottom of that. He called his wife and then started doing three-ways with everybody. Weird. Who is his wife? Why is she not being spoken about, but yet was at the center of everything? Interesting. What else did they say they covered in this talk? So then there was a point where Turning Point USA tried to pretend they were going to invite Candace, right, to speak. They're like, we're going to go live. She could either be there or be square. We're giving her 24 hours to respond. And then like planned it on her husband's birthday. So she's like, okay, I can't meet you, but I'll go live. Which, by the way, all of the world was like, don't go in person, Candace. Do not meet them. We do not trust them. They are going to try to harm you. And that is sad. And I hope that they see this, because that shows that they are not low when the whole world is like, Candace, we are terrified for your safety if you go to meet these people or anything like that. My biggest concern was them coming to her house. You have people like Tim Pool trying to like drop little gems of her house and how the outside looks and what her security looks like. I'm not even going to repeat what he said, but it's whack. It's weird. It's whack. It's dangerous. And I'm a big Marilyn Monroe fan. And my first thing was they're going to bug Candace's house. They're going to come to her house and they're going to try to bug her home if they have this conversation, right? Anyway, they went ahead, gave Candace this ultimatum, then barely scheduled it like a normal person. No email, no nothing. It was just like all on Twitter. Like weird. Yes, we're calling it Twitter forever. I don't care if you call it X. So then Candace was like, okay, go live. And then I'm going to go live and I'll be able to rebuttal, and speak about everything that you guys are speaking about. Little Miss Erika Judebaker said that she spoke to Candace and she was down for a private in-person meeting, and that they're going to pause all live streams until they get to the bottom of it. Guess who broke the ceasefire? Broke the agreement. Turning Point USA. They decided they were still going to go live and got no views. So I don't know if the point was to try to get more views than Candace or anything like that. But all we know is they went live after they said they was not going to go live. They started addressing shit when they said they was not. Andrew, who looks scared. Andrew, blink 3 times if you want us to haul you out of there and help you, because he looks terrified. Okay, word on the playground is that Andrew, the first day Charlie got killed, was ready to tell Candace everything. He was like letting him know. He was telling her hints. People. Charlie knew that people were after him. Charlie knew that people wanted him gone. Even said something crazy like, "This was supposed to be you." It was all types of stuff, right? Please, 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 please do your diligence. Follow up, listen to all the episodes of Candace, because that's how she gets into the planes. That's how she goes back into the Brigitte stuff, which started all of this. So, boom, Erika says that they're going to meet in person. We're like, don't do it, Candace. Don't do it. Let us know you're all right. The whole world was worried for Candace. And then I watched the world slowly decide to almost go against Candace. And it's not so much that they were ready to go against her. It's just that she trained us so well. Candace, you have trained us so well to ask questions and not settle for anything. That girl, if you came back not sounding like yourself, we was ready to go crazy on you. So I've never seen Candace be like, guys, relax. Like, she was answering so many questions. And, people were worried. We were worried that Candace was going to be silent. The drama lover in us was like, no, does this mean it's going to be over? We thought they were going to make her sign an NDA. We didn't know what to think. I thought they were bugging her home. Okay. Turns out she said they had a 4-hour conversation, right? She's going over some of that. We're going to get some more information on the Egyptian planes today that may have some ties to Israel. But Candace basically said they provided nothing different. They didn't provide any more evidence that this guy Tyler did it, more than they already had before. If anything, it contradicted a lot of the things that Erika was saying. She said that there were no threats in Charlie's phone. And then she's like, oh, there was. But it was from the left, not the right. It was the left. What bothers me about that statement, like, what is this, right? The left, the right, the middle, you're straight, you're not. What is it, right? My issue with her saying that statement is that if you're on Twitter, you know that the bots are out. The bots and the people paid by them are all tweeting the same thing. So you know who has a handler and an APAC handler, because they're all like, oh, Charlie, this happened by the left. If you notice, it was really the left. It was not the right. It was the left. So they're all saying the same things like robots. So for Erika to go ahead and say that, it was like, really, really, mama? Really? You just said that there were no threats in his phone, but now you're saying, oh, there was some, but it was from the left. He said from the left to the left, like Beyonce. Come on. Part of me wants to believe that Erika herself was terrified, and maybe she's kind of given Candace information without giving her information, but I'm worried about certain people. There was a surgeon, right, that said he had a neck of steel. Pause. They said that the bullet didn't go through because he ate his Wheaties. I'm not really sure, but Erika was like, I don't know why he said that. The doctor went rogue, and I don't know why he said that. He just said that. Whenever people do that, you got to watch for the doctor. How many important celebrity deaths have we had where the doctor suddenly went missing? The doctor died. The one person that could provide these answers for us is no longer with us. And then there is a guy somewhere on TikTok that will deep dive into all of this, and he'll tell you this doctor actually used to be military. This doctor used to be this. So it's like, it's all scandal. Please watch Scandal if you haven't. Let's watch it more so we know what to look for. My brain. Okay, so what else? In this meeting, they also talked about, you know, some of the issues going on with the taxes at Turning Point USA, because there's people who say that Charlie wanted an audit before all this happened, so a lot of this could happen to money. Let me tell you one thing. I've watched a lot of documentaries, a lot of movies, a lot of real life shit, okay? And if it's one thing, these people, and I'm not even talking about those people, I'm talking about the rich people, they will die over some tax evasion shit. They would rather, you know, end it all than to be seen for the thieves that they are, or to see that they've been laundering. Their name means so much to them that they'd rather go before we find out that they did some shady shit. So I feel like that was talked about. Erika seemed crazy when she was like, the Egyptian plans, I was never on them. And those years, I was pregnant. Blah, blah. Nobody said you were on them. We said they were literally following you, and you didn't say thank you. That to me was the weirdest thing. If somebody told me that there were planes from another country following me and my man for the last couple of years, a thank you, the least, is in order. She did not say thank you. She was upset. And then she said, I was not on any planes. Silly. What? Like, it's just like, it makes me think, like, how dumb were people in the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, when they were being lied to by politicians and certain things in the TV. But we also didn't have social media. So if there's anything I will say, I want to thank Candace for bringing back research, for making us dive into it, for making us look into history, seeing who these people are. There's people we're celebrating that don't deserve to be celebrated. And anytime we speak the truth, we're silenced. If you notice what's going on in hip hop and the radio, people are losing their jobs for speaking up on what they want to say, for saying pro-Palestine. Just because you're pro-Palestine doesn't mean you're anti-Israel. And I think that people need to understand that. What else? This was a 4-hour meeting that we still don't really have all the details to, but we know that nothing was proven. Nothing was really in there to make Candace not stop talking about it. So please stay tuned. I think we're going to hear more juicy information about it. And like I said, go back as far as you can to when Candace first got fired from The Wire. If you think about it, Candace was fired from The Wire. Tucker Carlson was fired. Hot 97 just got fired for speaking up. A lot of the people who get fired for their opinions is because their opinions are no longer fitting the narrative that they're trying to control on TV. I don't know who still watches daytime television. I'm a YouTuber. I like to watch YouTube. I like to stream different things. I don't know who's watching this crap. And I don't know why they think that we don't think, that they think we're stupid. But really, we know what's going on and we're really hip to it. So again, shout out to Candace Owens. Shout out to all the truth tellers, the truth seekers, and the people who are actually seeing it for what it is. Is Erika a reptilian? I don't know. But her eyes do this weird shape-shifting thing, right? People have dived into her past and said, you know, the whole Romanian dolls incident, who her parents really were, who she really was. Her parents are military. She used to be on reality shows. She was very much married before Charlie. And then in interviews, she's saying that I think it was in 2016 and 18, she was single. But we see pictures with her other man. Her ex-boyfriend's name was Tyler. That's also Charlie's killer's name. Like, it's just so much. And what happened in Romania? Why is nobody talking about that? Why is nobody talking about Romania and them dolls? And why are you calling these kids dolls? And there was somebody who actually realized that the organization shut down around the time Epstein was being talked to. So it's like everybody hangs out together. Her hug with Vance was weird. And let me tell you something. If you guys make Vance leave his lovely little wife for that little hussy Erika, we're going to be mad at you. Okay? We don't even like Vance. But you're not going to push that on us. You're not. Don't do it. Stay tuned because I do want to get an episode out about Hot 97 and the things that are going on and, you know, just the end of an era for radio and everything media and how our favorite people that we had growing up are kind of being silenced. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at the Duchess of Jersey. If you guys want to shoot me an email or book a tarot reading, you can reach me at Divine Tarot Intervention. That's DIVINE Tarot, TAROT, intervention at gmail.com. Thank you guys.